Good evening, everybody. Hello, how are we all? Welcome to Tuesday night stream. Thank you for joining me. Hope you've had a good day and a good weekend and all that jazz. So what's new with you? What's been going on? Good evening to Reuven and to Was that in any way necessary? Good evening, Evil. Good lord. Good evening to anyone else that is watching in VR or catching up or anything anywhere else. Thank you for joining me. Okay, that was interesting. Always. Oh, hello, Reverend. So, goodness me. Right. What has been going on with everybody? So we had a really nice weekend, actually. I took baby Fran swimming with my cousin and her two little girls on Saturday, so that was really nice. Baby Fran absolutely loves the water. She is a proper water baby. So yeah, she just spent the whole time splishing around, giggling to herself. Unfortunately, her cousins are less water babyish, and they
hello IT, have you tried turning it off and on again?
Jeez. And so where we went, it's a really good pool actually. It's a community pool in a place called Faversham, which is in Kent, and they have a massive indoor pool with a kids pool and a jacuzzi and a little slide, and then they have a big outdoor pool with diving boards, and then they have a little kids pool with slides and a river rapids bit. It is amazing, and it's really well priced as well, and so she loves it there. Anyway, her cousins, they just wanted to play on the slides, and she's like, why don't they want to come in the big pool with me? And I'm like, well, not everybody likes the water. But she did so much swimming. So we have a little life jacket that she wears so that she floats, and she literally will just spend hours in there, and I'm like, kick those legs. Yeah, so she was absolutely knackered when we came out. But there's nice places to sit. You can take a picnic with you. If not, there's a little cafe that's really reasonably priced where you can buy stuff to eat as well. So yeah, it's a good place to go. And then what else did I get up to at the weekend? Did all the, the normal stuff. We did shopping and cleaning and laundry and all that stuff. And then I went and saw my dad, who's not been very well recently, so hopefully he's feeling a bit better now, but it was nice to go and catch up with him. So yeah, did anyone else have a good weekend? Did you do any sort of family type stuff? Did you do any activities? What did you get up to? And then back to work, and I'm really struggling to focus on work this week. It's hot again, isn't it? And when you're just a bit like, I just want to be laying by a pool room. Hello, Miss Killy. So Miss Killy has come to say hello. You get a tail in your face. Everyone loves a bit of a tail in their face. Are you going to come say hello? Come on in. No, absolutely not, she says. Absolutely not. How dare you even suggest such a thing? She's been a bit more cuddly recently. I'm not sure why. Dementia maybe setting in. Bless her. She's going to be a senior lady next year. So she's 6 at the moment, and when cats get to 7, they're considered seniors. The trouble is, you're meant to give them senior food, but as you know, Mr. Pippin's a gannet, and he literally will just eat anything that's there. So I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to be able to separate his food, but hey ho, we'll figure it out. Okay, so last time, well, it all went on. Now, there was me thinking that the Valigamander was going to be our big boss fight at the end of Dawntrail, but no, because blinking whatever his name is, Jar Jar Binks, decided, do you know what's a really good idea? Let's release the big scary monster that's been encased in ice for decades to keep everyone safe. Let's just let it out. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? What an absolute moron. So he let the Valigamander out, which meant that Diawara had to go and save the day, obviously with some help with her friends. I get by with a little help from my friends. And we defeated the Valigamander, but now we've got to go and deal with Jar Jar Binks, who is a moron. That is my technical description. So I'm really not sure where we're going to go from here, because that was my big bad. I was thinking the Valigamander was guarding the Golden City, because obviously we're in the middle of the Rite of Succession to try and get Wook-Lamet to become the leader. But what was really good is that Wook-Lamet and Koana and the other dude, whose name is really not coming to me, the first promise, they all banded together to be able to beat the Valigamander. And then the first promise went off by himself, but Koana, and you know, it was good. It was good. Like, the three of them should just work together in the first place, just rule together. Hello, Expialidocious, how are you this fine day? Thank you for joining me. Have you been streaming today? I'm sorry, because I've just dropped a whole lot of Dawntrail spoilers. So hopefully you weren't listening to any of that. In fact, just forget it. Just mind bleach it. It wasn't even important. Who are these people? Nobody you need to know about. So we'll move on. You're okay. You don't stream anymore. Oh, that's a shame. I'm sorry to hear that. But you're completely up to date with MSQ. Oh, that's all right then. Whew. I thought we were going to have a disaster on our hands. Oh, that's good. Cool. Okay, well, in that case, don't spoil it for me. Well, thanks for joining us. Anyway, how are you? What have you been up to? I can't believe you've rushed ahead of me and you've finished MSQ. Rude. Okay, let's get to it, shall we? Right, first of all, I need a different minion. I don't feel like the little baby giraffe thing is where we're at today. Let's have, what should we have? Let's have Wind Up Eda. That sounds like a good idea. Or Edda. Eda. Who knows? Anyway, that's who we're going to have. I'm feeling dark. Zoraljar. That is exactly the name that I was looking for. Yes, Zoraljar is the first promise, and he is the dude that needs to, like, just learn to take a chill pill. Stop trying to take over the world. It's a very bad idea. We've seen it happen. You know, it never ends well. I always think as well, you know, what are you going to do once you've taken over the world? Okay, so Zoraljar, you take over the world, you get everyone to be Tullyolans, and then what? Then what are you going to do? Like, you're going to be just what? It's a bit like when Sauron was trying to take over the whole of Middle-earth. So you're just going to make the whole of Middle-earth dark and miserable and full of orcs and everyone in pain and grim and disappointing and just bad. Yes, so let's go and find Erenville. We're going to have to deal with Jar Jar Binks. That's Jackal Jar Jar, in case you weren't aware. Hello. Why are you stood there staring at me? That's only mildly creepy. Look, it's my husband in game. What do you want? Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. I was trying to take a picture and it went horribly wrong. There we go. There we go. What do you want? Is that a... Get on with it! That's what you normally moan about. Okay. Alright. Let's go and speak to Aaronville, shall we? Oh, he's off again. Right, there we are. Let's go to gameplay. Oh, so are you in game tonight, Expialidocious, or what are you up to? Where is the nearest? Ugh, all the way over there. That's hard work. Besides which, I'd just like to make sure that you're on the ball, knowing who I talk about when I give you these strange names. Obviously. There's a Pokemon. Go, 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 go. Okay, let's get a mount out. Now, I have changed my mount roulette, so now we have the possibility of anything and everything, including me just being randomly carried by a Magitech hand. Where is the way out? Duh. Duh! I've gone the wrong way, haven't I? I mean, it's a skill. It is a skill, people, being able to go the wrong way all the time. You're always in game. You are grinding for your Dawntrail relic weapons. Oh, nice. What? Which weapon are you after at the moment? I'm gonna go down this way. I think so. What is everyone else up to in game tonight? Evil, what are you up to? How is Mrs. Evil and the pupsters? Are they all okay? Reuven, you've just got your third one. Okay, nobody likes to show off. Jeez. Oh dear. So yeah, does anyone else's Bubba like swimming? So literally, I'm pretty sure she would just live in the water if I would let her. And she does that thing, you know, when you're like, it's time to go, and they're like, no, absolutely not. And I'm like, yeah, we've got to go. You've been in this water for 3 hours. You're already knackered. Oh dear. You Evil, you are doing. Go away. You are doing roulette weapon for AAR and Heaven's Ward for your warrior. Nice. Expialidocious is on 3 relic weapons as well. Oh my god, we've got competition here. You're all good, Evil. That is good to hear. I'll go this way or that way. I wanted to go away from that. Ooh, hello, people. Yo, dudes. That was the incorrect decision, clearly. Oh dear. I like swimming as well. I quite enjoy it. So it's fun to take her, but you have to be so blinking careful. And oh, I ended up telling her off. You know how much I hate telling her off. So she got all very overexcited because she was with her cousins. And so you know how kids, they wind each other up, don't they? So she started running about near the water's edge. And I was like, no, you need to stop. You need to wait. And she didn't. So then I ended up shouting. And I hate shouting. I always feel horrendously guilty after I've shouted. But it was near the water's edge and she wasn't listening to me. And of course, you know, I was terrified that she was going to fall in and she was going to drown or hurt herself. So I did the triple name thing. I was like, baby, Fran. And she looks at me like that. Because they all know, don't they? They all know if you do the triple name, they're like, oh, I'm in big trouble now. Like, my mum used to do it when I was a kid. And the thing is, so my full name is Francesca. Now, I'm pretty sure the reason that people choose long names for their children is because you can get a lot of venomance when you've got a lot of syllables. So like, Fran, yeah, is bad enough. But when you get Francesca, you know you're in deep doo-doo. And then if you add the middle name and the second name as well, you're like, damn, this is serious. So yeah, she got triple named, which doesn't happen often, I have to say. Ew, that's a very pretty looking thing right up until it attacked me, and then I was less keen on it. But I think it's just about, like, I try not to shout, but it was about safety. So although I feel bad, I'm also like, you know, you need to be safe. I'm just gonna get this here Aethia Current Jobby Doobie. While we're here, the event that you are on, you did it in 24 hours, all the weapons. So you have the free mounts. 24 hours, 17 weapons, 400 fates. Good God above. 24 hours straight. Did you not sleep? It's been 24 hours, 17 weapons, 3 mounts and done. Mr. Frank keeps singing that song at the moment. Your proud expressions bespeak a successful hunt. Not that I'm surprised in the least. Zoraljar came back earlier, but left almost immediately with Sariljar in tow. He seemed disinclined to share in any victory celebrations. That's nothing unusual for Zoraljar. No, it's Bakuljar that concerns me. He's probably far ahead now, making the most of the mayhem he caused. I still can't believe he did something so evil just to slow us down. If we hadn't slain Valigamanda, it wasn't only Urkapacha at risk. There would have been deaths across the entire continent. I'm more certain than ever that Jar Jar Binks cannot be allowed to rule. I have to catch him and take back my keystone. And for some reason, the accent went a little bit African rather than Spanish. I don't know what happened there. Okay. Let us speak to Thancred. Oh, cheers everybody. Alright, cheers. I've got Betty Boo cup. Betty Boo, just don't do when you are through. I've made myself a good strong coffee as well. It's cinnamon hazelnut flavour and it's very nice. It's one of my faves. Thancred wants to share our victory. The Yokhoi must still be anxious, wondering where and when Valigamanda will strike next. I suggest we hurry back and allay their fears. Alpha knows as well, I should think. Yes, you're right. We shouldn't let them worry another moment. Okay, sound is being incredibly obnoxiously loud, so I'm just gonna turn it down very slightly. That's a bit more civilised. Right. Okay. We go find Wooklamat. I've literally... Are you kidding me? I've just come from there. I'm so cheated. I don't even care. Computer is running much better. So obviously after the kerfuffle of last week, Mr. Fran, aka tech support, did a little bit of hardware stuff. And anyway, computer seems to be okay now, thank goodness. But yeah, it was a bit poorly. Let's just mend my stuff while I'm here. Yeah, definitely mend all my stuff. Okay. That's a bit better, isn't it? I've got to go up. Gotta get up to get down. Definitely much better, thank you. Tech support. So, tech support told me off because my fans were dirty. I mean, you lot need to have a wash. That's funny. Sometimes I make myself laugh. Yeah, my fans were a bit clogged up with dust, so we've given them a good old clean. And it seems to be better. It's a bit cooler today as well, so hopefully it will be alright. It's going to get blinking hot again, people. It's going back up to 34 this week. It's just unnecessary. Okay, right, let's speak to Wooklamat. Before we do anything else, we should speak to Gerfala. We should do that. That little Spanish guitar in the background.
To the temple, then?
Let's go.
That won't be necessary, heroes of the hour.
Let me just add that to my, list of conquests.
Valigarmanda is no more. Yours is a victory worthy of song.
It totally is. Why has nobody written a song about Diawara? I feel completely unloved. I mean, throw a coin to Diawara. I mean, it totally has a ring to it. Can you think of any more
We had plans for a second feat to be conducted here in town. But the recklessness of your fellow claimant has rendered them pointless.
Can I just say, he's not my fellow nothing. Alright? I claim nothing to do with the man. Yeah, so can anyone else think of another kind of song that has been sung about the greatness of a character? Either in Final Fantasy XIV or another game. I probably won't know the other games, but share them anyway.
A second feat?
Yeah, because we had to
The
find
feat
girlfriend.
of ice. You are to fortify Valigarmanda's prison.
I'm happy to fortify Jar Jar Binks in a prison. Damn.
How shall we proceed, High Luminary?
Mate, I just beat the big bad. I think you should definitely let me have the feat.
What more would we test, Zulmurwar? They have defeated the Sky Ruin and saved the gods know how many lives. If they are not worthy heirs to Gulul Jalja, then no one is.
I mean, he makes an excellent point.
Now that our last claimant has arrived, we can proceed with the formalities. For the skill and bravery the three of you have shown, I award you each a second keystone.
Why, thank you. One of them was pinched though. I'd quite like that back. Woohoo!
That makes 5. Only 2 left to collect.
And the one was pinched.
Except that one of those 5 is in Bakul Jaja's thieving hands.
Yeah,
He will answer for that. And for losing Valigarmanda.
exactly.
You have brought lasting tranquility to our home and earned the gratitude of every Yokwi.
Great. Can you tell me where the Golden City is then, please? That would be a really, really useful form of
May
gratitude.
glory and prosperity continue to bless Tuliolol as we enter this new age.
Obviously not, that'd be too easy. I think he needs to get rid of his sidekick. His sidekick is not very helpful.
Was never much of a talker, our brother. If you're up for it, you should visit the capital. I'd like everyone to get to know you and your people better.
I'll consider it if it's one of you two who claims the throne.
They should just roll together. Why has no one thought of just like...
Then you need only await a missive from Sunperch. I'll be sending out invitations.
Rude. Rude. I was like, she was right there, dude. See? Literally right there. Unbelievable.
Today is a day for unusual visitors.
We like an unusual visitor. Oh, he was the guy that wanted to smoosh me.
You Woklamat, was it not?
Yeah.
I doubted you could slay Valigarmanda, but the quiet skies proclaim your triumph.
You're welcome. What can I say except you're welcome?
Had the betrayal been suffered to roam free, it would have terrorized us all. Once again, we find ourselves in your debt.
Isn't he? Or has he got a like blue neon glow in the dark tongue, which is a little bit creepy? Just saying.
You owe us nothing. We fought because we wanted to.
Yet a debt has been incurred. All the same, it will haunt me if I do not repay it.
No, hold on to it and I'll come back to you. When I need something.
I wouldn't even know what to ask for.
Perhaps he can tell us about the dreams of the Golden City.
Oh, sneaky Creel. I like it.
Oh, good idea. That was on my list of questions I wanted to ask.
The Golden Dreams. Yes, we have records of our forebears and their visions from the time before the Shaktural expedition.
Cool.
What did your forebears see?
I don't know, but were they bears?
A heavenly land, suffused with a golden glow. Its people lived as gods, never aging, never dying, free from hardship and conflict.
Maybe the golden glow wasn't the glow of actual gold. Maybe it was the glow of happiness and peace. You know, like a symbolic golden glow. You know, maybe the peaceful time in Taliolo was that glow for people to live together in harmony as gods. You know, well, maybe not never aging or never dying, but certainly, you know, hopefully free from hardship and conflict. Isn't that what we all want? You know? You know?
Every building was a palace, and in their midst reigned a silent goddess, a statue so tall even my kin would need lift their gaze to behold its visage.
A statue of a goddess. That's new.
I mean, it could be Diawara. She's pretty much a goddess.
Aye, and compared to the abstract imagery we'd previously heard, this was a detailed description.
Well, thank you for that, Alphina.
The dreamers were consumed by their visions, compelled to seek out the paradise they'd been shown. They journeyed to Shaktural, where they died in droves.
I think people have got to learn to appreciate what they got.
Those who go in search of the Golden City do not return. The tales Book Evu shared may have been rooted in historical fact.
Perhaps. Who can know the truth of it? Once our ancestors left the forest, there were no more dreams. No dreamers.
Okay, so that was problematic.
The forest? What do you mean?
Oh, cool. We're going to the forest next then.
From the very first, the visions were set to visit only those who worked the quarries in Yaktel. But after they were ravaged by disease and saw fewer newborns, they were forced to abandon that territory. Once our people's withdrawal to Urkopacha was complete, we never again dreamed of the Golden City.
So maybe there was something in the forest. Maybe there was pollen, mushrooms, some sort of drugged weed. How am I liking Dawntrail so far? Yeah, it's interesting. It's different. I'm quite enjoying it. There's all different lands and different peoples. So I feel like it's kind of rebuilding a little bit, which is cool, you know. But yeah, it's good. I have very strong feelings about some characters, which is usually a good sign. Like I hate Jar Jar Binks with the brightness of 1,000 supernova suns. And I do quite like Wukalamet, although I do, spoiler, find her a little bit annoying sometimes. It's your second favourite expansion. Okay, cool. I like the fact that they've done like sort of a lot of the history of it for us, so that we can kind of get to know it through doing these quests through Wukalamet's eyes. We kind of we like it. Obviously, I like the fact that this is where Pictomancer came in, so Creole gets a chance to be a bit more active, which is good as well.
So only Yokwi in that one specific area experienced the visions. Fascinating.
Where is this area? Where are we going? What's your first favourite expansion?
We're headed to Yaktel next. Maybe we'll find out more when we get there.
Let's go to the forest. See what's drugging the dreamers. Endwalker, yeah.
Thank you for sharing your stories with us.
Endwalker was amazing.
I do not require gratitude. I merely repaid a debt.
I feel like you might need to work on your attitude though, mate. Just saying.
Farewell, Wukalamet. I do not think our paths will cross again.
I mean, to be fair, you do not have a lot of confidence, and I find that slightly insulting. Okay, speak with Wukalamet. I don't think Volpolor and his brethren will have a sudden change of heart about Taliolel. But that doesn't mean they'll never change at all. Today is proof of that. Erenville. He would propose a course of action. Excellent, let's get cracking. I think it's time we returned to Taliolel. After scaling Terral's tallest mountain and battling a legendary beast to the death, even dauntless heroes like you could probably use a rest. In any case, there are preparations to be made before we can visit the next destination laid out in the saga. The respite would be most welcome. I believe I hear the forward cabins calling our names. Okay then. To the forward cabins we go. So how's everyone feeling about Evercold? Are we excited? We might have EC to replace EW as people's favourites. What are we thinking? Off we go. You're very excited. Good. Yeah, so am I actually. And Expialidocious. What's very nice is that hopefully I might have actually caught up a bit as well. So I might be able to like do actual MSQ content with people at the same time. What am I doing? Oh, there's steps everywhere, isn't there? Hang on a minute. I've got myself all of a doodah. I haven't done those tonight. See, I've got new stuff to put. Okay. It's good to be caught up and just be able to do what you want. Yeah, and then I'll get to do stuff with you guys at the same time, which will be nice. We can all do it together. I just want to be together. Oh, they're down there, aren't they? I remember now. Because there's an atheorette that I could have just actually got. Where's the fun in that? So she says... Okay, Erinville says... Rest well, everyone. We can meet back here later on. Okay. You just spend far too many hours a day in game. You think you did the whole of Dawntrail in about 3 or 4 days. Oh my god! But then you don't really have time to enjoy it, surely. I have a small errand to run in the city, so I'll leave you to recover. Will you be heading to the palace, Wilclamette? Wilclamette, did you hear me? Lost in her own little world, it seems. Well, no matter. I'll be back soon enough. You know, because if you're just rushing it, you can't enjoy it, surely. An attendant is standing by to unlock your cabin. Enjoy your stay. Speak to the cabin attendant. Okay. You enjoyed it, you just spent about 18 hours playing. Oh my gosh. That is bonkers. Bonkers. You know, you should sleep and eat and stuff. You know, do the healthy things. Touch grass, breathe fresh air. Welcome back, Mistress Callisto. Your cabin is just as you left it, minus a light layer of dust. That's what the 4 hours is for. That's not enough sleep. Who are you? What do you want? Who disturbs my slumber? What up?
You have a moment?
I have several. What do you want? These things always make my ears itch.
Something I wanted to talk to you about.
I could tell, because you were lost in thought.
So,
Spit out, girl. Anytime today. Don't mind me hit it out of you.
It's just too stuffy in here, that's what.
Like the boat.
We should go outside. Aye, a nice walk in the fresh air. That's what we need.
Looking for to community stream part 3. Oh yeah, so the Japan Fan Fest is coming up. So we will be doing a community stream then. So if you guys want to come join me. What should we do? Sorry to drag you away from your nice comfortable cabin, but I could feel the walls closing in. Beastmaster. We might not have Beastmaster by then. Oh, I know. I'll take you to one of my favourite places in Taliolal. That should help me get my thoughts in order. We'll go to the Resplendent Quarter and make our way up from there. Okay. So glad I had this time to rest. It comes out before then. Okay, well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Hey, Kingdom Link, how you doing? Hello, Miss Kenny. I'm back for another go, are you? Can I help you in some way, brother? Just a minute. That's my fairy girl. Right? No, you just get a tail, peeps. You just get a tail. Oh, don't fall in the water, don't worry. September is the patch. Okay, nice. Not like Beastmaster. Yes, Miss Kidney. Can I help you in some way? Peshwa, what are you doing up and... Sorry, I'm trying to look around the cap. And about. Is your back feeling better? I don't know what accent that was, it's not the right one. It's much healed now, so don't make a fuss. Besides, I can't be lounging in bed all day when you're out there fighting your hardest to win the throne. You're the claimant with the greatest love for peace. I love this nation of ours, and lending you my support is the least I can do. Biff! Hey, how you doing? How nice to have you along. You alright? When I see you smile like that, how can I not be encouraged? Oh, we're just shouting random names now. River! Expeditions! Kingdom Link! Info! Anyone else? Have I missed anybody? Not that I can see. No. Okay. Biff, why are you shouting? Oh ho ho, there's plenty more who believe in your cause. I can recruit a whole battalion of smiling faces if you think it will help. You're back at work. And you want to get back to some gaming. I love the fact that you're being back at work means you're gaming more. Shut up, you little sneaker. Sneaking? Why are you also shouting? Everyone's shouting. You are also here, but you kept your presence hidden. Why are you hiding from us? Sorry, you're a very excitable person. I don't know anything about that. I'm not excitable at all. Eyes. How you doing, Shadow? Why are you hiding? So Biff, what's new with you? How's work going? Are you finished studying now? And thank you, Bird Promise. I shall pray for your success in the contest. You're feeling antisocial recently. Okay. Well, you don't have to come and be social, but just let us know you're here so we can say hi. But yeah, if you want to lurk, that's absolutely cool. But, you know, we like having you around. So, just for you. Right. You can come and be antisocial. I don't mind. All those smiling faces. Beautiful, no? Now, what did you want to talk about? Sorry, Diawara. I'm getting distracted. It's just that with the progress we've made in the contest, even these everyday encounters feel that much more special. You are going well. You've just finished your summer classes, getting ready for your last year of school, and getting ready for your students to come back next week. Oh goodness, are you elbow deep in like lesson planning and stuff? Do you think we can take our time and maybe wander around a little first? Then we can head to that spot I was thinking of. Absolutely. So this is the thing, right? People go, oh, you know, if you're a teacher or you do a teaching kind of role, you get 6 months off in the summer. 6 weeks off in the summer. Okay, so one of my friends is a teacher. Literally, it was lesson plans, it was marking, it was making sure that she got everything ready, that the classroom was ready, and all this kind of stuff. So, yeah, it's not 6 week holiday really. You are very excited to get to see us all. Well, we're very excited to see you too. Do you know what's really sad? I don't know if you have this problem. So I've seen it like online. Okay, in America.
This is much better.
In America, teachers are having to fund their own stationery supplies for their classes, so they have to buy all like the paper, the pens, the staplers, the calculators, all this kind of stuff, right? And they have GoFundMes and whatnot. And I mean, I'm not being funny, but I don't think teachers get paid enough. Why on earth are the basic supplies not being provided for their students? It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, here in the UK, all of that stuff is provided for the students. They get tablets and little notebooks and computers and all that kind of stuff. But, oh, it's just so bad. So, yeah, I feel a bit sorry for some of the teachers in some countries having to self-fund all of the stuff for their students. You work for a charter school, so you do not. Oh, that's good. I'm very pleased to hear that. Right, back to Wooklemet.
I used to come here all the time when I was little. Would look out over the whole city, and whatever worries I had would seem so small.
Until you've got to look after everyone in that city, and then suddenly it's really big again.
Do you remember what I said at the top of Workor Zormor?
Oh my god, I've slept since then. Wooklemet.
That I would fight to preserve Papa's peaceful Tural?
I remember. You have been saying it quite a lot.
Well, I've been thinking a lot since then. About what peace really means. If it's just the absence of war.
No, it's the ability for people to grow, to be educated, to do charitable things, to enjoy their work, to live a healthy work-life balance, as well as having a community and, you know, education, healthcare, you know, all that stuff. Environmental stuff as well. All of that, I think, comes under
And
peace.
it brought to mind all the best parts of our journey so far.
Parents provide basic supplies like tissues, Clorox wipes, pencils, crayons and markers. Your network provides the rest, including Chromebooks for every student. Okay, fair enough. That's not so bad then. All the happy smiling faces, see? This is nice memories. It's all downhill from here, obviously. I'm very suspicious.
I realized nothing gives me greater joy than the happiness of others.
Very important. It's good for our mental
Life
health to
has its
help
ups
others.
and downs, but the company of family and friends and the music of their laughter is what makes it worth living.
So true. And it is no bad thing to celebrate a simple life, as we know.
And as silly as it might sound, I've come to believe that those smiling faces are the best measure of peace.
It's the sort of thing I'd expect you to say. You wish for a world like in the Yokhoi's dream. I do, it's a nice in theory. Well, let's not pee on her parade, people. That's the Yokhoi's dream, exactly. See, like I said, it's a metaphor.
With eternal life and no struggle or conflict, it's certainly an ideal worth striving for.
Well, I mean, eternal life might
Who
be a
knows if we
touch
could
too
make
far.
such a world a reality. But renouncing war and conquest seems like a good place to start.
Eternal life probably does not. I mean, I think overcrowding is already an issue, you know, so...
So, this is my plan.
Okay, hit me with your plan.
When I become Dawn Servant, I'll build on Papa's peace. Our people will live together in harmony.
We had to come up here to shout that to everyone, didn't we? Okay. Well, that's one way to get the message across.
It's just like Kryl said. By taking the time to hear their concerns, understand their feelings, and consider how best to serve,
Excuse me.
with each passing day, I'll be that much closer to becoming the leader I want to be.
Oh, for Harmony! For Frodo! Thank you. Yeah, for my... I've a little bit sneezy lately. Maybe I need some
It's hard for me
Clorox
to
wipes.
say how much I've changed since the contest began. But there's one thing I can say with confidence. I wouldn't have come this far without you as allies. If it wasn't for you all listening and feeling and thinking along with me, I would have never learned so much, and in so short a time.
Okay, this is far too much feeling-y stuff. Let's get back to,
There are 2 keystones left. After everything that's happened, and imagining what could happen, are you still willing to walk this path with me?
Yeah, I've got to sort Jar Jar Binks out, mate. I'm invested. You're good.
Thank the gods for that.
Okay.
Well, I've nothing else to get off my chest. I need to head to the palace, but I'll see you back at the cabins.
I'm glad you feel better for that. Oh my god, you guys, I had really bad dry eye over the weekend, and my eye was so painful, and I could hardly open it one day. Fortunately, it has settled down now. The convenience of working in an eye clinic is I got one of the girls to have a look at it for me, and I was like, have I got an infection or a scratch or something? She was like, no, but it's just really dry. Gave me some dry eye drops. So this happens. Obviously it's really hot, so make sure you look after your eyes, guys. So what I want us all to do is do a big blink. I want us to look away for a little while, give our eyes a little bit of a rest and reset, because when you blink it moisturises your eyes. When we're looking at screens, our brain forgets to blink, and it's really important to blink. So we're all going to blink. Okay. And if you are struggling a bit with dry eye, then if you head down to your local pharmacy or chemist, you can ask them for some comfort drops to moisturise your eye, and you can put them in like 4 times a day just to help things along. So if you feel like your eye is feeling gritty or dry, or even if it's watering, because sometimes if it's watering it's a sign that it's dry, but obviously if you're not sure, please do go and see your optician and seek medical advice. Always a good advice. But yeah, so I've been putting drops in like 4 times a day, and like the strong stuff, the good stuff, which makes you a bit blurry after you put it in. But fortunately, it seems to have eased a bit, which is nice. And I don't like putting eye drops in doesn't bother me. I know for some people they really don't like doing it, but yeah, no, it doesn't bother me. So. There are some eye conditions. There's an eye condition called glaucoma. Okay, this is where the pressure in your eye is too high. You have to put drops in at least once a day, pretty much for life, to get those pressures under control, otherwise you lose vision. And glaucoma is a genetic illness, so if there's someone in your family that's got it, or if you notice some changes in your vision, go and see your optician. There we go. I've done my medical bit for tonight. You look to be in good spirits. I assume your leisure time was well spent? I was glad to snatch some quality sleep myself. After all, it will soon be back to the road for us. Yeah, okay. Let's see what else Alfie's got to say. He's eager to renew our journey. Review our journey so far. I'm sure the others will be along shortly. I do hope that everyone has rested well. I mean, I was resting, but then, a certain Wooklamette wanted to come for a party. I couldn't think of the race. No, it won't come. Will not come to my brain. Now that we have refreshed ourselves somewhat, let us consider all claimants as they currently stand. Sorrel Jar and Koana have completed every feat thus far and hold 5 keystones apiece. what Clement would be equal with them but for Bakul Jar Jar Binks. This is thievery, which has left us one short. That conniving braggart didn't do so much as lift a finger for the feat of proof and raked havoc for the feat of ice. He can't have more than 3 keystones at most. He may think he can simply steal what he needs to win, but he's sorely mistaken. I will be taking back what is mine. This I swear.
Yes, Miss Killy. Come on.
I feel that reclaiming your keystone may not be enough, that is, if Bakul Jar Jar's unleashing of Valagamander is any indication. Using his lead, I anticipate that he will move to obtain the remaining keystones before disrupting his rival's attempts. We may find ourselves being forced to take from one another. I can't say I'd be comfortable with that. But neither will I surrender my claim to the throne so easily. If it's for the sake of preserving the happiness of my people, the people of my happiness, I'll do what I must. Miss Killy has literally just stood right in front of the screen. The last 2 keystones we require are those of the Lay of Repast and the Lay of the Brotherhood. The former depicts the cessation of hostilities between the Mamuljar and the Exbrel in the forests of Yaktael, specifically near a village called Ikbrix. That's where I was born, if you recall. I haven't been back there since Papa took me in when I was a baby. Hey Selkie, how you doing? Where the Lay of the Brotherhood takes place, however, is unclear. In the saga, it is said that a foreign explorer came seeking an audience with the Dawn Servant, but little more than that. I bet that's the dude that we read about. His name has completely escaped my brain. Tyrus, you will know, because you are like an encyclopedia. Can you remember the name of the explorer that came across to the sea, from Eorzea? We read about it in one of the books in the library. Little help. Oh, pants! I didn't read that one. Sorry. He journeyed here several times after. I bet he's just said his name, hasn't he? He journeyed here several times afterwards, but was ultimately lost at sea. At least, that's the commonly beheld belief. Oh, one of the lights is flashing up here. Your 2-headed king certainly sounds like Papa. Oh, that's him! Ketenram. So this Ketenram fellow must have come to Taliola. Unfortunately, his name sounds like ketamine, which is not really something I want to be calling him. Oh dear. But if indeed he arrived some 80 years ago, the capital may not have been built yet, vestiges of Yokoi architecture notwithstanding. Wait, you said Utrak, didn't you? Then Ketenram must have met the Dawn Servant in Mamuk. Mamuk? Is that a city? One of the grandest in Terrell once upon a time, and the seat of the Mamuljar's homeland. It too lies in Yaktil, not far from Ixbrax. Well, how's life in the land of Sadie? Is there Sadie? Who's Sadie? Selkie, even? Everything okay? Then, all things considered, Yaktel seems like the obvious choice for our next destination. It certainly does. From here, the safest method of travel is by dirigible. We should make for the landing once our preparations are complete. Raid today fried your brain, but other than that, you're good. What raid we in? We're riding in one of Karana's balloons. They can't be any worse than ships, can they? Has anyone got this woman some Travel sickness pills. Seriously, these things really make my ears itch. Right, off we go to the jungle landing. Have we got that one? I think so. No, we do not. Well, that's super annoying. Where's the area? Okay, let's go get it then. Dancing Mad Ultimate. Okay, I mean that sounds fun. How hard can it be if you're just dancing? Somebody will miss your one tomato that you've just pinched. Slow but sure progress. Well, that's better than no progress, you know, one step at a time and all that jazz. Oh, that's not the way down. Where's the way down? I don't want to just jump on and break and deal on. There's the stairs. No, it's easy. You just do the mechanics for 20 minutes and then you win. Love the fact that you say that's easy when some of us struggle with the mechanics, you know? A little bit. Just a little bit. How does it rank on the ultimate? Then it's been out a bit, Selkie. Good question. It's the most difficult one. Is that why you've kind of saved it till now? But you go and save the hardest to last. You do the current stuff and then you go back to the older stuff. The older, harder stuff, obviously. Won't be back too well, so I can actually attune. Cool. Alright, I have attuned myself to all of the Atheist Shards in Talialo, the Arch of the Dawn in Ukapacha, and the Arch of the Dawn in Kozumoka, and Kozumoka are now accessible. Oh, thank goodness for that. I really should have kind of got this before. That would have been very helpful. Right, where are we off to on that? So you haven't got the current one cleared yet, and one more you haven't done either. The other one is the one you've been putting off, and clearly you should have done it first. It's always the ones you put off that are like a nightmare.
The next flight to Dawntrail will be leaving shortly. Passengers are asked to keep hands, legs and luggage inside the dirigible at all times.
I'd be an amazing air hostess, obviously.
Are we sure that thing will stay in the air all the way to Dawntrail? Are you ready? Bags packed and a goodbye set. There's no going back once we lift off. I'm good to go. No, not that I'm nervous or anything. I'm just making sure that you're not nervous. Oh. That's a good face, Tiwara. Oh, who am I kidding? My knees won't stop shaking. Hey, will you hold my hand? Just until I've settled my nerves. Someone give this girl a brandy. Of course I will. You're the nicest person I've ever met, Tiwara. I'll try not to crash your hand. Yes, no PvP, no chat, so no drama in the chat. Fair enough. We like no drama. No drama's good. I'd quite like my hands to not be pushed. There she is! Third promise, wait just a moment. My blue and Tobley. Of course, I'll wait as long as you need. Sorry to delay you, but we were able to discover the origin of Creel's earring. Cool. Is that so? You said before that it gained popularity in Dawntrail as a protective ward for travellers, correct? That's right. We tracked down the elderly merchant to whom first sales are attributed. According to him, the design imitates an accessory worn by a foreign mage he met at a market some 20 years ago. Little did he know that that charming taste of salt would prove to be a commercial triumph. A foreign mage wearing this earring could only be grandfather. Did the merchant happen to mention which market? One in Dawntrail, which it seems you're already banned. What luck! Then I shall seek my next clue once we arrive. Is it mere coincidence that brought my grandfather there? Or yet another discovery to look forward to? Thank you both for coming all this way. Anything for the third promise. Good luck with the rest of the ride. Thanks. I won't let you down. I've just got to board this dirigible and I'm as good as there. Last call for passengers to Dawntrail. Right, let's test. Voice is the best voice I do. I really hope she wins. Dawntrail will test her mettle without a doubt. The next Dawn servant must be willing to bear the full weight of this nation's history, no matter how heavy it may be. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. And all that business. That was a bit low for me, in case you didn't notice then. I was like... Oh dear. Oh look, this is pretty.
The fierce Chapral hunters who laid claim to this land call it the Azure Forest, Dawntrail. Battered by meteors in ancient times and colored mesmerizing shades of blue and green by nature, it is easy to understand why the place is so named.
This is very pretty, I like it. Oh dear, poor woman.
It is here where the Chapral and Mamulja once battled for dominance, that the right of succession would reach its climax.
Here we go. A whole new place to discover. A whole new world. Which is always fun. Oh, bless her. Poor woman.
Are you alright?
The girl's not good at travelling. I feel like we need to get her some travel sickness pills.
I've
Some ginger.
never been good with heights.
Or travelling.
The vegetation is far denser than in Kozumautka.
I suggest you pay more attention to the ground, unless you want to walk straight into a cenote.
Okay, let's not do that.
A cenote?
sinkholes filled with rain and groundwater. Many meteors fell here long ago, it is said, and after they struck the Earth, it became susceptible to erosion.
Fabulous. Let's avoid them.
Deep as some of the pits are, you'll not climb out in a hurry should you take a tumble.
Awesome.
So, don't take a tumble.
That was aimed, that one.
It was one time.
Is the Chabral community depicted in the Lay of Repast close by?
Aye. We need but follow the path a short way west.
Go west. Let's go.
Right. I can't stand here with my knees knocking forever. Let's get going.
Indeed. Off we go. Oh. With thicker vegetation comes reduced visibility. I advise you to keep someone in sight at all times. So just everyone disappears. Wonderful. Okay. This is very handsome looking yak type thing. It's very Mexican here, isn't it? I like it. I don't like the things that trunk on there. Less keen on them. Less keen on them. So here in the UK we're quite lucky really because we don't really have much that tries to kill us. You know, our most poisonous snake is an adder and our most poisonous spider is a false widow. So, apart from, you know, the other people, it's not a lot here to worry about. Good, everyone's accounted for. Ickbrax is up ahead. Let's be on our way. Let's go and get the Aetherite, obviously. Since we'll be coming back here again, I have no doubt. Someone just bit my leg. Go back to the others now. Melville was not exaggerating about the cenotes. Cenotes. It would have been a grueling ordeal to crawl out of one. Well, thankfully we made it here without incident. Let's not dally any longer. Stuff I just saw. Is that one I've already used? No. So where's that? Everything's good. Cool. We're not too far away. I'm like literally right next to her. Jeez. What Clemette's attention is divided between the perilously deep cenote and Ickbrax. So, I believe that in the Mexico area, there are these cenotes in real life, and some of them, from what I understand, have kind of developed their own ecosystem, and you can go in to like these underground caverns and they've got their own kind of like trees and plants down there and swimming waters, lakes maybe, pools, that you can go in. They look amazing. It's definitely on the bucket list. Ready to head on in? Let's go.
Our first task should be finding the Elector. Hopefully our relative tardiness will not reflect poorly upon us. Who are you? Who is this dude? The third promise and her retinue, I presume.
He's got a fancy moustache, I like him already. You presume right.
I seek the Dawn Servant's Elector.
Then come and join us in the Garden of Stars at the village centre. Everyone is waiting for you. That's reassuring.
Everyone? And who might that be? There's no way. There is only one way but to find out. Come, let us follow him. Follow me, everything is alright. I'll be the one to take it with now. And if you wanna leave, I can guarantee you won't find nobody else like me. Such a tune. Uncle Cracker.
Total one-hit wonder.
But it was such a tune.
I love a one-hit wonder. Right, they come along, they do their business. Just go back to normal life. Then in about 20 years' time, they pop up all the festivals doing their one-hit with
At
some of the random
last,
songs.
we are graced by the presence of the third promise.
This dude wants to watch his mouth.
If I'd known we'd be waiting on your mangy hide, I wouldn't have bothered with Ligarmanda in the first place.
Can we just really want to hit him?
Self-serving piece of weaver dung! Do you have any idea how many could have been hurt?
Now that we are assembled, let us begin.
Go for it.
My name is Hunmuruk. As a Brash Rash, I have the honor of serving as Elector on behalf of my people.
A brush. The X is a sh sound. Brush. It's brush. Okay. Look.
As all four claimants must be present for this feat, we have eagerly awaited your arrival.
Well, maybe the douchebag shouldn't have let out the giant flying monster.
Third promise. If you would please join us.
I think I may also have to clip my brother around the head.
Thus far, you have faced each other as rivals. The feat of repast, however, will test your cooperation. You must complete this challenge in teams of 2.
As long as I don't have to be with Jar Jar Binks, I'm on board.
What? You expect us to work with one of these weaklings?
Expect us to work with you.
Be warned. Only the triumphant team will receive keystones. I advise you to cooperate with your partner.
Does that include, no, flicking him in
Teams
the
will be
head?
decided by lots. Those who draw the same color will be paired accordingly.
I'm going to be paired with Jar Jar Binks, and it's going to be a nightmare. Fine. No. It's fine.
'Twell forbid Wuklamat is paired with Bakul Jaja. After all he's put her through, I wouldn't blame her if she did something rash. I might even help.
You and me both have the same.
Claimants, please present your colors.
Well, I like blue, obviously.
I have red.
It matches his cravat. How coordinated.
Blue.
Okay, well.
On separate teams, then. And the rest?
At least we know we're not going to be with Jar Jar Binks. That's good. I'd rather be with Koana.
Red.
Yes.
Which means...
Whoop, whoop. Sound the alarm. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Thank God for that.
Together again, as fate would have it.
Good, we don't have to work with Binkhead.
Victory's as good as ours.
With our claimants thus paired, so too is their opposition.
Poor Soul Jar.
Not the one-head.
I'm pretty sure he's feeling the same way about you, mate.
Listen well, for the trial that awaits you is as follows. Each team is to prepare a sample of traditional Shebrol cuisine. Shibruk Pibil.
Shibruk Pibil. I mean, who doesn't love a bit of cooking? Cool. I bet he's never seen the inside of a kitchen.
And now we must cook. Another ludicrous feat.
Seriously? Like, this chameleon wants to get himself in check.
So it might seem, but there's bound to be deeper meaning to it.
Agreed. Given that the very future of our nation is at stake, all parts of this rite must have significance.
See? This is the correct attitude. Not the douchiness of the others.
Our promises have grown rather promising, wouldn't you say?
Indeed. If I were to guess at the significance of the feat, few things reflect the history and development of a culture so clearly as its culinary traditions.
100%. It's all about the food. It's always all about the food, people.
The variety of stewed dishes in Garlean cuisine bespeaks their agricultural roots and cold climes, true.
The peoples we've met on our journey, they've all had different practices involving food and drink. The Hanu replenish their magical energies with reeds, while the Pelu have turned their fondness of beverages into a living.
They're very expensive living. Very expensive beverages.
So basically, to know a people's cuisine is to know something of their ways.
With each feat, we have deepened our familiarity with a given community's history and culture. Is this what Father intended for us all along?
Well, I mean, it's certainly a good idea. Basically,
But a leader with his vision must see that the past doesn't hold the answers we need. It is through embracing innovation, not adhering to tradition, that we will usher Tuli Yolal onto a more prosperous future.
you need a little bit of A and a little bit of B, and then smush them together to make C. Obviously. Basically, we are doing Final Fantasy XIV Bake Off or MasterChef, maybe.
The rules are simple.
Cook food.
The first team to prepare and partake of satisfactory Shibruk Bivir will be deemed victorious. You will be judged by your sample's taste and appearance, as well as your adherence to appropriate cooking techniques.
Cool. Let's go and find them out now. Get the
Kitchens have been
recipe.
made available for your use. Note that you may be asked to retry should your dish fail to pass muster.
Well, let's get it right the first time then. Follow the recipe.
Let the feat of repast begin.
I mean, I'm not being funny, but the clue is in the name as well. The feat of repast. It's going to be about food, isn't it? Cool. Right, let's go speak to some locals. Get a recipe. Find out how they cook it.
I've never actually heard of Shibruk Pibil before. What's it like, I wonder?
Me neither. Let's go find out. I bet it's going to be a spicy meatball. I like Mexican food. My problem is, as you know, I'm not a fan of onion. I just don't like the texture of onion, and there tends to be quite a lot of onion and also peppers in Mexican food, which I'm also not a fan of because they've got the same sort of texture. So if I could have Mexican food but without the onions and peppers in it, then I would literally be well away. I cook it myself without onions and peppers in, obviously. How fortunate that this feat's unique stipulations have frustrated Bakul Jar Jar's attempts to delay us. Indeed. Serves him right. That's what he gets for endangering my people with his schemes. Why doesn't he just compete fairly? He's plenty strong and obviously has a mind for strategy, twisted though it may be. I'll never understand him. Putting aside our competition for the moment, allow me to express how glad I am for this opportunity to work together. As I see it, our team possesses a distinct advantage. And we don't want to kill each other, which is a good start. Of course we do. Any team I'm on is bound to succeed. Precisely. That was very tactful, Koana. You mean we have an advantage in numbers, yes? Our competition has a team of 6, the 2 claimants, Saril Jar and Bakul Jar Jar lackeys. Whereas we are a team of 9. That's 3 more people we can mobilize. With the task suitably delegated, it should be a brisk affair to learn the recipe and assemble necessary ingredients. Too easy. Oh, on that 10 seconds of that. Well, we mustn't be overconfident lest we make a careless mistake that could have easily been avoided. Our first order of business should be determining the recipe for Shistbruk Pibil. We can hardly gather ingredients for a dish we know nothing about. Given the nature of this feat, asking for answers directly may prove less effective than simply observing the daily habits of the expelled people. Let us gather here once we have seen what clues this village has to offer. Oh, hello, Mr. Pippin. And Mr. Pippin is in the house. Hello, darling. Oh, my furry baby. So this morning, do you know what was one of the first things that I had to do this morning was? I had to clear cat sick off the sofa. Because you go and eat crap in the garden that you're not supposed to eat, and bugs and stuff. And then you vomit on the sofa instead of vomiting somewhere that's easy to clean up. You horrible cat. Right, okay, let's relocate your feet out for me. Search for clues. That I can do. That I can do. Yes, Mr. Pippin. Right. Can I help this one? Hello. Yes. What is it? What is it? You see the other one. Hey, Artemia, how you doing? Selkie, have you ever made this thing that we're making? Pibil. What? No, there's nothing up here except a cat in my life. Hey. I'm just looking around the cat, don't mind me. You tuned in at a perfect time for cat. You did indeed tune in at a perfect time for cats. We're learning a special recipe. Oh, there we go, look, spices. Colourful spices, we like that. A number of spices, some entirely unfamiliar to you, are nestled in a basket. Okay, smart. Huh. That one, I can't see. All I can see is cat. How you doing, Artemia? That one's called achiote. We mostly use it to add a bit of colour to our most popular cuisine, but its medicinal benefits are significant as well. Okay, 1 out of 4 ain't bad. Because 1 out of 4 ain't bad. Yes, I'm all good in the hood. Thank you very much. I am fastidious fellow. Oh, you look like you want to chat.
Yeah, all good, thank you. I was saying I had a bit of an dry eye situation going on, but it seems to have cleared up now for good. The recipe for Exbruk. I wish I could tell you, friend. A dish so delicious is meant to be shared. Alas, we are forbidden for divulging anything. Orders from Hanuruk himself. But your mentioning it has given me a fierce craving. I only hope there's some still Ibruk to be had at market.
Very subtle, helpful man.
Do you think the wink was big enough? Okay, let's try over this side. Here we go. Obigo Guardian. There it is. We ought to cut our losses and head to Mamuk. This feat is nothing but a fool's errand. You're the fool if you think he won't tan our hides for leather if we dare to return without enough keystones. Besides, we've taken from the house cat before. How difficult could a second time be? Well, what are you looking at, salt liquor? Mind your own business. Seriously, if you even try and steal, I will give you a clip round the ear. Good night, shot time. Hope you're feeling slightly more social soon, but if not, it's always nice to have you lurking. Look after yourself, get some good rest. Banana peel. Interesting. Unusual coloured banana peel is neatly arranged on the ground, which appears to be smoking. Oh no! It appears I've gone and dropped my Najul. I mean, Jatika banana peel. I could barely see it for all the steam issuing from my underground oven. Ah, there's nothing like enjoying a tasty banana while you use the leaves in your cooking. I'm liking these subtle people. Cool. Right, so we've got achiote herbs for colouring and medicinal purposes, banana peel, and the dude that can tell us anything. Except for to go to the market. So anyway, what did everyone else go up to the weekend? Did you guys go up to much? I told you all about my weekend, didn't I? Nobody told me about their weekend. Garden of the Stars. This sounds pretty. I like the idea of the Garden of the Stars. I'm just managing to swallow down the wrong hole. Sorry, I'm back. What did we discover about expropriability? Due to your prediction, the villagers were forbidden from educating us directly. However, many were still preparing it as one might a staple dish. An observation of their techniques yielded clues enough. A lady blending local herbs and spices was only too happy to describe the ones I didn't describe, while neither confirming nor denying any relation to expropriable. But one in particular she attributed to all common expral dishes, achiote, she called it. I see. Then if expropriable is indeed a dish as ubiquitous as Alfino claims, we have confirmed our first ingredient. Meanwhile, I did observe a cook burying bundles wrapped in the leaf of the Najul or banana in certain localities. 'Twould seem the use of subterranean ovens is commonplace. Also done in New Zealand cooking, called hanji or hanjoy. There you go, little fun fact for you today. I saw the same. I think we all know what's inside those bundles then, don't you? Banana leaves. Ickbrew, without a doubt. A sizzling slab of beef, squeaky fresh. It's Ickbrew, obviously. As would be expected of a dish called Ickbrew Pibil, indeed. So, to summarize, this dish is one of Ickbrew, flavoured with a combination of spices that includes achiote and steamed underground with najul or banana leaves. Given our assumptions are correct, we must now learn where and how to procure our ingredients. As a staple cuisine, its ingredients would be close at hand, which is why Thancred and I scouted the surrounding forest while you were all exploring the village. Between the local vegetation and wild Ickbrew, we should have everything we need in regards to meat and spices. Heh, leave it to our master gleaner. With that, we should next divvy up our tasks. While some gather ingredients, others should make ready the kitchen. I can help prepare the kitchen. Permit me to assist as well. Our ovens will doubtless require firewood, and I have some experience in its gathering. I too should be glad to volunteer mine aid. Then the rest of us will gather ingredients. I can make quick work of the spices and herbs myself. I am happy to lead someone to a suitable Ickbrew if they will perform the requisite deed. How do you say? As for the najul leaves, I believe I am capable of acquiring that much on my own. Be warned, you won't find najul in these parts. They only grow in the Jatika heartlands forest far below these. Such an excursion may be time-consuming. Perhaps we ought to try bartering first? This feat encourages our communication with the locals after all. Lamiti, Diawara, if you would accompany me on my own. That we can do. Bookwoman is good at talking to people. No better way to whet my appetite. Good. Let us be about our tasks then. Okay. Come on, let's go and get those najul leaves. We should be quite good at bartering after that, all that faffing about we had to do to get the brandy stuff. The sooner we do, the sooner we can eat. I'm on board with this. Do we get some tacos? Cool. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. It's changed my whole outfit. I mean, I quite like the top, but it's changed my whole outfit. Hang on a minute. Can I go to my glamour place here? Look at this one. He has the look of a man intent on bartering. Let us see if there are any najul leaves to be had in town. Perhaps the cook Orangier mentioned might be persuaded to spare us a few. Speak with a cheerful cook. Well, that I can do. Oh dear, I don't know why we're running sideways like this. Ooh. I liked the cheerful cook. She was like, these banana leaves that I am steaming. Hello again. Did you need something? Non-leaves, perhaps. You could just, share them. That'd be lovely. Natural leaves? For purposes other than Ixbrook Pibil, naturally. Unfortunately, I've just used up my last. You'll have to travel to the lower forests for more. Gold Magic Grove is the source of the finest natural leaves you'll find. Wild variants you sometimes see in city markets can't compare. I see. I had hoped to avoid such a lengthy venture, but if there's no other way to obtain our ingredient, then to the Jartika heartland we shall go. Allow me to save you the trip. Travelling there requires that you go through the Tannibek Traverse, but it has caved in, due to the racing storm, I expect. What? But that means we can't get our natural leaves. But we can, can't we? If there were no way of procuring them, we would have suspended this feat, or else altered its objective. Perhaps. Anyway, I apologize for the interruption, but having overheard your conversation, I felt compelled to chime in. I feel like we need to go and clear the cave in, don't we? That's very kind of you. Any last-minute advice you'd be willing to share? Only to undertake the feast of repast with an empty stomach. You may find Ixbril Pibil to be a delicious but daunting dish to finish. Heh, I can't wait. Right, I reckon we gotta go and sort the cave-in out. That will make sense, wouldn't it? Still, if there are no leaves here, and we can't travel for more, how are we supposed to gather all our ingredients? These feats are meant to deepen our understanding of the peoples and cultures of Taliolo. So perhaps there is something about Ixbril Pibil that we have yet to learn. Something of significance other than its recipe or ingredients. Oh, I see. Like, who was the first to make it, its history, that sort of thing. If it's Yak Tel's history you're interested in, you should start with the old war between Ixbril and the Mamuljar, right? These forests are borne witness to the centuries of warfare, the evidence of which remains a scar upon the earth. To know the end of the bloodshed is to know Ixbril Pibil. Huh? What does steamed Ixbril have to do with bloodshed? Precisely the question we must answer, vexing though such a detour may seem. I cannot think of no other way to approach this feat. In that case, you may want to visit the site of a settlement ruined by the war, the village of Ion Asosh. It lies a short distance to the east. And that's where we go. The village of Ion Asosh. Thank you. Understood. Thank you for your help. Come, let's go and see this place. Right, speak to Koana. That away. What? I'm joking. Oh, there we go. Oh, goodness, kidding. You're very cuddly this evening. You so enjoy it when you shove your tail in your face. So what else has been going on in the world, people? So the wildfires are obviously continuing. We've actually been classed as having a drought nowadays, which never really happens in England. So that was a bit of a strange one. And can I just say, the stupidity of people never fails to amaze me. So we had a fire, a really bad fire here locally. It took 7 fire crews to put it out right. And they said the reason that we're having these fires is people are having barbecues. They're not putting them out properly, and the fires are spreading. So, like, I'm not being funny, but how stupid are people? No, if you have a barbecue, bearing in mind how dry it's been, surely you would literally make sure it was completely out properly, not just desert it. Anyway, this is one of the reasons that there's been these problems with wildfires. Honestly, no accounting for stupid. The village of Ion Assosh must be further east. Let us continue with haste. For all we know, our competitors may be on our heels. My wolf! My flaming wolf! That's the blue squirrel looking for. That's cool. Probably going to attack me now. Okay, and also, again, stupidity is one problem, cruelty is another. So, apparently, I think this was in Italy, I'm not sure, people had been putting paper soaked in some kind of like flammable liquid, tying it to cats' tails, and then setting it on fire and throwing the cats into woodland areas. I mean, who comes up with this horrific thing to do? Not only are you killing the cat, you're setting all the woodland on fire, all the people that live around that area, all the property, all the flowers, the wildlife. I mean, what is actually wrong with people? Why? Why would you do such a horrible, horrible thing? Ugh. I'm becoming less and less keen on people, to be honest. Although I do like my wolf. I see huts with horns. So, this is the village of Ion Asso. Oh, what's left of it? Oh, look at it. It was a place of light and life. My great-grandfather called it home, in fact. Wookie-foo! I didn't know you were in Yaktel. I was picking up lumber from Ikbraksh when I heard the third promise was on her way to this site of deep historical significance. I immediately saw another opportunity to be of service and so followed you here. Mildly creepy, but I'll allow it. Wookie-foo is a shipwright who came to our aid during the Feat of Reeds. A pleasure. You are a member of the Third Promise's retinue, I presume. For the moment, I suppose I am. My name is Koana. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Koana? Now that's a good name. A familiar name. Where have I heard... Oh no, he's about to have one of his moments, isn't he? Oh my god. Koana? As in the second promise of Taliolol? To think that I addressed the Dawntrail's own son as some common retainer, such disrespect cannot be excused. Please take up your gun and... Oh, come on. Not this again. I take no offense, so please do not dwell on it. Alright then. I shan't dwell on it. This guy's mood swings, like... Dude. And right on cue. At least he's consistent. I understand you wish to learn about Exbrax, while I am forbidden by the Exbrax to divulge any information regarding its preparation. I would be happy to share what I know of Yaktel's history. We'd appreciate that. In its most basic sense, the conflict between the Exbral and Mammuljar was one of land. The Mammuljar live in the lower forest, where the thick canopy obscures the sun and the soil is unforgiving to crops. This drove them to convert the upper forest, the home of the Exbral, and they launched a determined campaign to seize it for themselves. Yet advantage ever higher favours higher ground, and the Exbral forces held the upper hand against the invaders, rebuffing them again, time and time again. But as the state of this village would attest, the tide eventually turned. What brought it about? Something you know all too well. Blessed siblings. You must understand, the Mammuljar were once a people as much at war with themselves as they were with others. I mean, they still are now. The Hobigo, Buina, and Dopro each sought to assert dominance over the others, even as they engaged the Exbral in battle. In an effort to strengthen bonds and discourage infighting, Hobigo and Buniwa leaders arranged a marriage between their children. However, this political measure altered the course of history in ways no one could have ever imagined. The two heads. It was long believed that partners of differing clans could not have children together. But then it happened. A child arrived who shared the blood of the Hobigo and Buniwa both, a two-headed Mammuljar. You are right in the way, Mr. Pippin. Come on, shift your furry bum. Good boy. Blessed with tremendous physical strength and magical prowess, he grew into a mighty warrior before eventually arising as the first Ultrak, ruler of all three clans. Such qualities would dispose anyone to leadership, character notwithstanding. Under the Ultrak's rule, the newly united Mammuljar became a force to be feared, and the war soon came to a head. I think it best you see the results firsthand. Let us visit another battlefield from that time, and there I shall continue the tale. Let's find Orkivu. No, he's not far wrong. Yes, Mr. Pippin? Can you get involved? He's very interested in the story. There's cat people, so you know. It makes sense, wouldn't it? This is the time for you to get involved. Uxbridge, Cinderfield. I love you dearly, but seriously. Tech support, can you start looking for a raid, please?
This is where most battles were fought between the Shabral and Mammuljar. The Shobrit Cinderfield.
We need to work on my pronunciation of the sh. X is
a field of cinders, indeed. How fierce their clashes must have been.
The war over these lands began after the Yokui's departure some 500 years ago.
Why can't we just share?
And for 4 centuries thereafter, the two enemies repaid violence with violence. A constant stream of minor skirmishes, punctuated by massive slaughter.
Don't understand why people can't share. Learn to share, people.
Until Father ended their endless conflict 80 years ago.
Accompanied by a retinue of only 6, the Dawn Servant opposed both armies and brought the fighting to a standstill.
Cool.
First they sealed Valley Armanda at full strength, and now this.
Who is his
It
Right,
was during
retinue.
this armistice that both sides gathered for negotiations at the Dawn Servant's behest.
Oh. Somebody is sneaking. Oh, here we go. Who doesn't love a flashback in their life? Flashback, walnuts.
For too long, you have been bound by your ancestors' violent legacy. It is past time you broke free of it.
Yeah, you tell them.
Tell that to the Scale Scum! We fight to protect what is rightfully ours. If not for their greed, we'd be living in peace.
Buff your tails and scurry off, then! Cowards like you ill-deserve the bounty of this forest.
That's not helpful.
Even should one of you succeed in vanquishing the other, your triumph will last only until a new invader arrives. Tell me, do you know of the vast continent that lies far to the east, where numerous nations vie for dominance? You do not. And why should you? Affairs beyond the salt we have no intention to cross are of no consequence to us.
Here he is.
Not until those affairs come to Tural,
Not
like our
Kettering, which is what I
honored
want to call him
visitor
now.
here.
He's from across the ocean.
I've been to the ocean before, and it's nothing but water farther than the eye can see. What sort of vessel could possibly reach its end? That such technology exists is indisputable, as is foreign powers' awareness of Tural. If any such country were to develop a taste for Turali soil and bring to bear the might of innovations we can only imagine, what do you suppose happens then?
I love the fact that they're like, right, so there could be this common enemy that you will both have to deal with. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. You know, like, back it together, people.
You do not know the warlords of the East. But you know that if they came, they would not settle for a single forest.
They'd want all of it.
By
Everything.
joining hands, we might create a unified front. An alliance capable of repelling them or any other foe. There is no greater proof of these than my companions and I. Alone we are weak, but together we triumphed over Valigarmanda. What? You defeated the Sky Ruin?
Well, technically
I'd
he
take
just
you for a
encased it.
liar if the sting of our own defeat wasn't still fresh.
Their coordination was indeed impressive. How the Pelu stymied our efforts to cripple the Yokui's legs and defend our ballistas. And when we withdrew to strike again from a distance, the Hanu called the winds to make our arrows miss their marks. In seeking to exploit their weaknesses, we only subjected ourselves to their strengths.
Those strengths are born of cooperation. The guiding principle of the nation we envision.
Okay, nice.
But our feud has lasted for centuries. How do you expect us to join hands now?
Well, you're gonna have to find a way to suck it up, Buttercup.
Give us an evening to convince you.
I mean, he's very confident. I like it.
And so began that legendary banquet.
I want to go to the banquet.
One would not expect sworn enemies to abruptly drink to each other's health, and, indeed, a tense silence hung over the venue.
Okay. Well, that will happen if you put enemies
But
together.
then, the Dawn servant called for the exchange of traditional cuisine. So it was that the Mamulja partook of spiced meat, and the Chebral steamed najul.
Okay. So then they put it all together, maybe?
Before long, delight manifested upon the faces of those present, each side impressed by the other's dish. Seeing this, the Dawn servant laughed and declared once more. Their flavors, he said, would be even better combined.
So
And he proceeded to help them prepare the new creation.
Nice.
That's Shebruk Pibil, I'd wager.
I'm guessing so.
It is a marriage of Chebral and Mamulja cultures, and proof of their newfound cooperation.
See? They did say it tells you all about the culture that you're going into, so...
The Dawn servant had asked for a single evening, but the feasting is said to have lasted 3 days and 3 nights. So delicious was their repast.
Oh my god, I don't think I could eat that much.
In the end, a peace accord was reached, and the Dawn servant's words at that time still illuminate our way forward.
Ignorance begets a strife. Understanding begets fellowship.
Very true. You should plant this all over the world. I'm glad you're amused.
Sorry. It's just to think that he ended an age-old conflict with food. It's all so absurd. It's somehow so very papa, I couldn't help but laugh.
I'm 100% on board with ending conflict with food, quite frankly.
Ignorance begets strife. Understanding begets fellowship.
Now then, I trust you understand the significance of Shebruk Pibil and the history it has written.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing the story with us.
Okay then.
What's wrong?
I saw somebody. I heard somebody. Somebody's watching us. I always feel like
Someone was there, you say?
somebody's watching me.
Perhaps our competition is cooking up some scheme or another.
Probably.
Something bitter and half-baked, no doubt.
See? Suspicious. I'm superstitious. Right. Papa really did live up to his words. He travelled the land and learned about our people's myriad cultures. And now we're doing the same. don't need them apparently. Right, let's get this next quest. Raid. Oh, cool. I've been sort of trying to look for a raid in between doing stuff. Bananas still weigh heavily upon his mind. This stuff is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-N. That's a bit of Gwen Stefani. Wuk Ivu has given us valuable insight into the origins of Vixbrush Pibil. However, we are still no closer to procuring the necessary natural leaves. Unless... Tell me, was that historic feast commemorated in some fashion? With a monument, for instance? Indeed it was. Allow me to show you. Cool. So there's probably a banana tree nearby. Right, I'm going to be miles away from the thing, but I can deal with that. Right, okay, I'm going to head back to the house, everybody. Thank you very much for being with me this fine Tuesday evening. We did lots of story, not a lot of fighting today. But obviously we did a big fight last time. So, as usual, I will be back on Thursday to carry on finding out how to cook this food. I'm on board with this cooking task, I quite like it. Don't sit on my throne. Right, so I will see you again on Thursday. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed MSQ with me tonight. It's nice to know I'm catching you all up a bit. So have a good day tomorrow. Look after yourselves. Try and keep cool because it is going to get hot again. Alright, plenty of water, not just coffee. You know I'm talking to you evil. And yeah, just really try and take it a bit easy. It's hard to do so much in the heat. I'm really struggling to concentrate as much as I usually do, but there we go. We keep on keeping on. So back on Thursday at 9 for more story. Maybe we'll fit in a fight, possibly. So yeah, I'm going to do the raid now. Please stay for the raid. Kelly is having some sort of okay, if you can copy the raid message, please. As we raid over to this new person where we've not raided before. So that'll be fun. Alright. I'll see you guys on Thursday. Night, everyone.